Hello everyone, as you can see I'm not feeling myself today. I've sort of lie down on this nice leather chair and talk you through my favourite top 10 shoot 'em ups of all time. Well, my all time. It's not a top 10 in order, it's just 10 games, shooters that I absolutely love, play the most, and I can't really put them in order because I just can't do it. So, top 10, I'll get right into it. At number 10 is Elemental Master. If you look on my channel, there is a gameplay of this. I wanted to put it out there because I'd never heard of it until quite recently when I got it, and didn't realise what a good game this is. It's a vertical shooter. As you can see by the cover, it's very like Fantasyland type of stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, that type of vibe about it. But you do play as like a little prince stroke magician type of bloke. You don't use a vehicle or anything, you just use your legs. So what you're basically doing is, it's a vertical shooter, so you're walking up screen, blasting all kinds of monsters and things like that, and skulls. You get 5 different kinds of weapon upgrades. The shooting system's very different. You have 2 buttons, one to shoot upwards and the other button to shoot downwards, and then the C button is to do your magic, and it works really well. I don't know why a lot of other companies haven't done that in the shooters, but the button for up and the button for down works really well. So Elemental Master, it isn't a PAL release, as you can see. Yeah, it's a Japanese release, but I got this for about, well, between £15 and £20, and it was mint condition when I got it. So get that. If you want a vertical shooter, get it. The only downside is it's only 4 levels, but it's worth it. Next game is actually on this compilation. It's called Gekurinden. I think it's ported from the arcade, and basically it's set in different time periods. So you start off in space first, and then I think you go back to 1944, and then you shoot forward into the future, and then you go to 1999, and so on and so on and so on. I haven't got much further than that, so I don't know what other time periods that it goes to, but it's a fantastic game. I know it goes for quite a fair price on the Sega Saturn, I think it is. It is quite expensive, so do yourself a favour, get the Tato Legends 2 compilation, which this to be honest is my favourite compilation. It's got so many great games on, and it's got about six shooters on. But yeah, especially for Gekurinden, fantastic game. But it is hard. I'll warn you now, it's a hard game. So Gekurinden, recommended. Next game is Steel Dragon. Absolutely love this game. There is 2 games on, the original from the arcade and Steel Dragon X, which is an updated version of it, and that's in like slightly 3D-ish. Obviously graphics updated, better, etc. But to be honest, I prefer the original version, and that's what I play the most. The only thing against it is it's not analog stick, it's D-pad. The new version is analog stick, so I don't know why they couldn't just put both on analog stick, but there you go. Steel Dragon's basic kind. It reminds me of Raiden very much, actually. Very much like Raiden. Vertical shooter. Very similar. I mean, they must have seen the Raiden games, to be honest, because it plays like it, but I suppose that's why I like it, because I love the Raiden games. But yeah, if you can get this, it's well worth it. So yeah, Steel Dragon. Next game on the Sega Megadrive is Zero Wing. Can't really say much about this. apart from it's brilliant. It's kind of a slower pace to a lot of shooters, but it works really well. You've got a few choices of weapons, and I think it's one of those games when you find the weapon that you want, you tend to stick with it. Well, that's what I tend to do. Levels are very good, they're really well set out, and I don't find it too difficult actually, and it's fair, and it's got the old one more go feel to it, you know, which is always great. But yeah, Zero Wing, you can get this, I think you can get this for a pretty good price, and it's well worth getting, and it is by Tourplan, and if you know your shooters, Tourplan is a definite sign, a sign of quality, so Zero Wing. Next game is Parodius on the Sega Saturn. This actually has two versions of this game on it. It has the SNES version and also the Sega Saturn version. Both are fantastic. If you don't know what Parodius is, I'll never played it. It's a spoof or a send up of Gradius. The power up system is exactly the same. Basically it's the same game, but it just puts a fun slant on it. There's really funny quirky characters. A lot of things will make you laugh in it. There's a lot of surprises, and it's a really fun game, but it has, you know, don't let it fool you because it is a good challenge. But I absolutely love this game. But you know, I do love the Gradius series as well, so Parodius. Next game is Fire Shark, Sega Megadrive again. Great game by Tourplan. It's a World War II vertical shooter. You have three choices of weapons. I tend to go with the red laser weapon, but well, I think it's the best. That's what I go with. But yeah, not much else to say about it. But this is fantastic. And I have completed this, so yeah, Fire Shark. Next game is UN Squadron on the SNES. This is a very good port from the arcade. It's a horizontal shooter, but set in the world of jet fighters and things like that. What's good about it as well is as you go through the levels you collect money and you can upgrade your aircraft. You can buy, like, you know, Tomcat jets, things like that, with better weapons, etc, etc. And in between the main missions there's mini missions where you can make money by destroying like ground bases. This is a brilliant game and it's so underrated. I beg you to get this. UN Squadron, fantastic. Next game is Ikaruga. This is different to your normal shooters. It's got a setting where it's like you've got to go with the colours. So say if the bullets coming at you are white and your aircraft's white, you can absorb the bullets and get combos. If you press the button and turn your aircraft black, the white bullets will kill you. It's hard to explain, to be honest, but it's a brilliant game, graphically fantastic. It is a vertical shooter. You can get it as well for the Dreamcast, but I can't really say much more. But it's one of them games you have to play it to understand it. But Ikaruga, fantastic. I'm at the final two games now, and I'm going to put them together. It's Raiden Project, which is Raiden 1 and 2, which is ported from the arcade, perfect. Love these two games, absolutely fantastic. Not much difference between them. Obviously 2's graphically enhanced, but plays exactly the same. Get this, get it, get it, get it, get it. Fantastic game. And obviously Raiden 3, even though, you know, they were made quite a few years after, it's a fantastic game. Plays just like the classics, but you don't want it any different. But these two are my favourite shooters of all time. Okay guys, well thanks for listening and watching. As you can see, I'm very tired, so I'll just say bye bye.